Hi guys, how are you? Today is a Thursday again, and then right now it's almost 9 o'clock. I slept late today. Technically, I woke up at 5:60 because I'm used to getting up at 4 now. So around 5:60, I kind of feel sleepless. Sleepless? No, I don't know how you say that word. I don't know how you express that. I kind of feel not need to sleep anymore, even though I'm exhausted. And the reason I slept relatively late because last night I went to Dances with Films mixer to meet a lot of programmers and filmmakers. It was very fun after this whole winter and get to go back to environment. Of course, everybody is vaccinated and we check vaccine. I actually still got the stamp of the entry, so they give you a stamp after they check your vaccine card. That says a lot about me. Why am I washing my hands and then the stamp's still there? Anyway, I went to the events with Jenna, Paris International Film Festival director. She just happened to be LA right now. And I met filmmakers in last year's festival as well as all the programmers and had a great chat with them. Basically catching up what's going on in everybody's life. It's very interesting to talk to different filmmakers after festival, see how where they at in their path of filmmaking as well as trying to distribute the film. You always get to learn a lot from other people's experience. In the past that I always very introverted and I don't like to go to mixer. Honestly, I still don't like public events and stuff, but I kind of push myself to go out there. It was funny, yesterday I had a chat with the festival's programmer, Ariana, and then I was talking about how I like that I started my film festival experience through virtual at the CineQuest and then move on to Dances with Film, which is in person. And then this from virtual to in-person transaction kind of helped me because most of the events was online before. It helped me to get used to talk to strangers first before I actually go in there in person. And when I was talking about how shy I was, and Ariana was saying that she think I actually a very good what's the word she used? Networker, which is really to my surprise. I don't know if that's really how I appears to people, since a lot of people remember me from the festival, but I personally I use the app to give me this like a money sound too. I don't know if you hear that. Basically giving me a good money mindset reminder. Anyway, we can talk about money mindset later because I think it's important for filmmaker as well. Anyway, don't know how other people perceive me, but I always feel stressed before a networking event. I kind of have a lot of mental thoughts in my mind going on during the event. Maybe I appears very confident or be present with people, but it is a stressful situation for an introvert. And then afterwards, it's always very rewarding somehow after the events. Because I think you get to connect with a lot of people, and then here and there they always have some very meaningful conversation amongst all the conversation of, hi, my name is so-and-so, what are you working on? But people exchange information about their perspective of filmmaking, their experience, and then those information are things that make you feel not alone. And after a rewarding phase, I will get to exhaustion phase, where I feel I need to get recovered, and then I start kind of spending most of the time by myself and not to talk to many people anymore for a period of time, and then I feel ready to go out to networking again. Anyway, this video is already start off track. Today I'm going to vlog because I have a huge task I need to do. Of course, I already got my coffee. It's ready. So basically, I think my distributor is trying to drop the news of my film distribution date in one day, which is Friday tomorrow. And hopefully that can happen. But if not, it might be next week. But okay, I don't have my film official website yet. I do have a page belongs to my film on my personal website. There's like list of my films. Each film got its own website. But my film website, beneaththebanyantree.com, is not set up yet. I already have a very simple idea how to set it up. So I'm going to do that in one day. That's what I'm going to work on. Luckily, I already have most of the artwork done. I have lots of resources, photoshopped lots of stuff. All I need to do just assemble them together to a web page. Still, it's going to be a lot of work in one day. Right now it's 9:05. I'm also waiting for a meeting, phone call meeting with a publicist that basically help you reaching out to different reviewer to review your film, and then to set up Rotten Tomato page. Basically, in order to get fresh tomato on the Rotten Tomato website, you have to get review, certain amount of review, which I don't have knowledge of. I'm going to chat with him and share with you later, but you need to get enough review from the Rotten Tomato qualified reviewer to review your film. And yeah, I'm going to chat with him and see how it goes and if it's a good fit to work with them, because those are not my expertise. I think it's important to gradually start delegating certain things to other people and find a collaborator on things that I don't think I have the energy to learn, to sort it out, and people have much more resource than I do. It's very funny. A lot of time I want to share everything with you about what I'm doing, what I'm writing, what I'm working on, and then the detail of the things. But sometimes I get stressed out because it's my first time I'm in control overall the production. I do not know what's appropriate to talk about before the film release or not. But luckily the release day is coming soon, so after that I believe I can share more and more things with you. Now the first thing first, before the phone call that's coming in at 9:30, I'm basically going to organize my to-do list for the day, and yep, I catch on fire. That's how Chinese people say it. We're basically saying, now if you eat a lot of like spicy and fried stuff, we call it catch on fire. Basically your immune system is getting weak and then you start growing pimples. I just got a scam call. It got me nervous for a second because it's 9:24 and my meeting's supposed to start at 9:30, so I have been keeping my phone sound on so I won't miss the call from the publicist. But it's a scam. I just finished to write my to-do list. I'm going to tweak everything in my calendar right now. Alright, I finished my everything, my plan for today, and now I'm just going to wait for the phone call. Cha-ching again. It's basically all the transactional platform from DirecTV, AT&T, like those satellite platform, Dish, and like a bunch of them I don't even know. I'm not familiar with, and Amazon, iTunes, Voodoo, Google Play, and YouTube, and all that stuff, and also like DVDs, but like only online, only that kind.
Okay. Nice. All right. Oh, I see.
Yeah. So it's very difficult. It was kind of to my surprise.
Yeah, it's fair.
Just so curious. For the Rotten Tomato page, so basically there's a whole process of making film and trying to get distributed. I just talk to people and then do what I have seen people do. Rotten Tomato is one of the things that seems most film maker trying to do when it's actually got distribution. So I wonder what's like the actual benefits of getting Rotten Tomato from your perspective. I mean, I know like some streaming platform, it will display the fresh tomato and stuff.
Yep.
So
well, there's a...
Hi guys. I just finished the conversation with the publicist, and I thought I learned a lot of things from what he said. And you can't really know what's right and wrong based off one conversation. I feel this whole film industry is like everybody got their own opinion about how things should be done. It's more of see if it works for me and kind of gathering information to have my own perspective about things. So we had a whole conversation about Rotten Tomatoes page. You know, those ones you see in most of mainstream film. A film only will have a Rotten Tomatoes page when you have 5 qualified Rotten Tomato qualified reviewer review your film, and after you have more than 5 review, you have a tomato page, and you have a score there to showing professional reviewers' opinion about your film. So basically what he shared with me is majority, not all of them, but majority of the Rotten Tomato reviewer, they do not review films that released through VOD, video on demand. They review more like location based. For example, New York Times, they review film that released in New York theatrically. But some of the reviewers, they actually quite interested in low budget indie films. They would review those films, but you have to do the research and find those people and basically ask them if they could kindly watch your film and give you a review. So I asked him what's his opinion about why it's so important to get on Rotten Tomato page. The reason I ask this is I'm still navigate my mind through all the publicity stuff. I have a hard time to understand why people do certain things. I want to understand, we want to kind of showing up in different places to make people get familiar with the film. The more people see and they're familiar with the film, the more they talk about it, the more people will watch the film. But there are several typical things people will do upon film release. Like they will do interviews, they will do reviews with different platforms. The bigger the media, the better. And then they will trying to get on shows and radios and podcasts and things like that. Just overall, those things make me wonder what's the benefit when your film is low budget indie film. I can see the benefit of if your film is somewhat a very high budget with a very recognizable cast, because in that way media wants to come to join those events. They will be more interested in giving you attention to the film and spread the words for the film. But what is the point for an indie film, since all of those things is so costly? So what he told me is his opinion is just like what I thought about the purpose of the first film. It's more like status, because those reviewers, they wouldn't just randomly decide to review a film because they got too many films to watch. So it has to be reach certain quality in order to have them to agree to watch and review the film. And then when you have certain amount of review from those certified reviewer and have the score displayed on Rotten Tomato page, that says a lot about the film status and the film quality. The first is kind of like a part of the resume for the filmmaker, especially if you are moving on and producing the next film. It's good for people in the industry and then people financing the film to look at and know that your film can reach certain quality. And then another thing is also for if you still, even though it's released, but you're still trying to get on different type of platforms for subscription based release, then usually those company they would check those professional review page to see how those professional reviewers think about your film, instead of only making judgment by watching the film. So basically you want to have more appearance and more status about your film as much as you can within your budget range, no matter what you do online. So when people doing research, they know who you are and then they know what you can do. I know it might sound very obvious for some people, but sometimes it's still really hard for me to wrap my head around it. I think I'm just thinking really directly, like I would just, when I see an indie film or whether or not I want to watch it, mostly I just watch the trailer and see what's the score on IMDb looks like, and then decide to watch the film. But now when I'm in this process, I learned that even my distributor doesn't want to trust the information that's on IMDb, because anybody can go there to edit, and then there is a chance to get approved by IMDb. For example, I tried to add my award from CineQuest, and then that's a legitimate award, but IMDb for some reason just not approve my award status on my film. IMDb just have a lot of incorrect information, and when it comes to review, anybody can go review the film. So apparently people in the industry are more likely to look at the Rotten Tomato review than the IMDb review. But I still think IMDb is important, at least for all my audience. For me as an audience to other film, that's where I check the film out, watch trailer, check the review, and then make the decision whether or not to watch a film. So I think they are very important. So that made this whole thing very complicated because it's a lot of work to do. I'm still trying to figure it out. I know I'm talking a lot because I had this half-hour very condensed conversation. I hope those things doesn't bore you and somewhat helpful. Of course, I'm not expert. I'm just literally trying to share things with you on the spot when I'm learning it, and trying to share as much as I can. And it's just personal opinion about things or other people's opinion about things. Guys, somehow this industry is still so mysterious. It's almost like my filmmaker friend Alex, he also have a film, I'll leave a link down below, and then he said it's almost like figuring things out. It's like climb a ladder and you're figuring a bunch of things out, and you kind of a little bit a step above where you previously were. and then you need to start it over again, and there's so much more to explore, so many things you're trying to figure it out, and you make another movie, and then you step up to another level of the ladder. It's almost like a growth and a comparison between current you and then past you. It's never about other people, but it's about the process of growing and learning and then climbing the ladder. I thought that was a very good analogy about what it feels like to trying to navigate through this film industry. And I'm very grateful you are here with me on this journey. I really hope things I'm sharing with you is helpful. Anyway, a lot of talking, and now I'm going to start setting up my website. I don't even have my website carrier yet, so I'm going to make a decision, do a price comparison. Yeah, and let's start building the website. It's very messy. I'm really bad at organizing digital file, so I'm lazy. I was too hungry, so I went to cook some food for myself. It's basically some Chinese sticky rice bowl with egg soup. It's one of my favorite desserts.
For installing it manually, you will be asked if your site is going to be a standard or multi-site. Now, the rest of these options are pretty self-explanatory, so we won't waste your time by going over them here.
Hey!
Hi! Thank you for coming.
I cannot hear you. Are you muted or is it my loudspeaker? No, it's mine. Wait.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so I don't know what to say. Well, you talked about it before I watch it, and then when I go to watch it, I don't want to spoil anything, but the word is really believable. And it's very simple too. It's not like a complicated sci-fi, but you kind of I think that's a part of the reason you feel like very believable and high quality in terms of that environment.
Well, thank you.
Hi guys, right now it's already 3:37 and 38, and basically the Q&A turned into a conversation about filmmaking, about the struggles, and then the process of different projects with different filmmakers, and then we end up chatting in the room for 3.5 hours, and my website hasn't set up yet. I believe I already set up the basic stuff, and then I can go into start uploading pictures and editing the website. But I'm super hungry right now because all I've had since I woke up is those sweet rice bowls, and I think I'm going to just eat some noodles real quick. I feel I'm made out of noodle because I just really like to eat them. Anyway, I'm going to eat something, and I'll see you later. Mama. Okay. Puppy. This is what happened after I eat my food. It's probably about like 4:10, 4:20. I'm not very sure, and I feel so tired, and I still feel very tired, so I decided to take a nap. And then when I woke up from the nap, it's 6:50 right now. It's completely dark outside. I think I'm just exhausted. I've been very carefully watching how I do things, how I think, and it's been very obvious that if I don't meet the recommendation of sleeping time from 7 to 9 hours, which you would think it's a lot, but it's not for what our body required. And then if I don't meet that in one day, I feel next day making a lot of mistakes when I do things and thinking much slower. And if I do several days in a row, I find myself completely exhausted, and I think that's what happened for the last couple of weeks. I'm still very sleepy right now. I just have very bad schedule. So according to the book Why We Sleep, it was saying that if we don't sleep enough each day, it's not like a debt that we can pay off. It's those kind of debt that it's just going to be there. So let's say if we don't sleep well for one night, the next several days we're going to have lower quality on our the way our brain function. And then if we don't sleep well in 2 days, 3 days, it kind of add up. And the only way to get back on track is not from the nap I just took, like super long 2 hours nap, that it's not going to pay back for my sleeping debt. The only way to be able to get back on track is to consistently have several days of good night's sleep. That's around 8 hours. Too much is not good, too little is not good either. That's probably why I still want to sleep right now, because no matter how long the nap I'm taking, I just won't pay off my debt right now, right away. Anyway, I'm awake now and I still got a couple hours of the day, so I'm going to start editing my website, and let's do this. Well, technically I was editing and then the page stuck, and then I logged out and I cannot log back in again. Hello. Hello. 我这个手机反正过了以后，他的意思，我之前问他的意思，过了以后我们可以把同一篇文章发到其他地方的，但是就是要先要跟他商量一下。Hi, I have to make a couple phone calls with my actress because they want to know what to do with film publicity and stuff, and they have something want to share with me. And then today is the only time they can chat with me. So they called me. I had to put on hold of website editing, and I'm fear of not be able to finish it. Anyway, I'm going to eat dinner right now, and then hopefully I'll come back to finish it, or I'll finish it tomorrow morning. But at least I'll set up most of the stuff and tweaking it in the morning, I hope. Hi guys, I'm back from dinner and I'm going to work on the website a little bit more and then see how it goes. Hi guys, I couldn't finish editing the website. There was too many technical problems, so I think I have to fix it tomorrow. It's one of those things that when you're editing website, you know how to do it. You have all the plan, but somehow you keep running into technical problems. I'm gradually sorting things out, so tired. I'm gradually sorting things out, so fingers crossed. I hope it can be dealt with tomorrow easily. Today is one of those days I have been working a lot but not making huge progress because of constantly running into problems and setback, and also because I'm very tired. But at least I get some tasks down, and maybe we can view it as it's inevitable running into those problems, and then solving those problems one by one is a progress too. That's maybe a better way to put it. Hi guys, look at this. I finally finished the website. So right now is the next day, and it took me an entire day. Right now it's already 5:30, so it took me an entire day to finish the website again. But I'm very happy. This is just basic information. There's no detail yet, but at least people can see basic information about the film. I really appreciate you being here with me to join my days, to see my ups and downs, to know the struggle side of things, and still willing to be here with me. And I'm very grateful. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a creative week next week. Be patient, be present, stay creative. I'll see you next week. Bye.